Hello, welcome to the Tutors of Life podcast, where we research life so you don't have to. Episode 184. This is your host, Shaun Tudor.
And this is Sam.
We should get new intro music.
I know, I've really been wanting to, make my own, or make our own.
Mm-hmm.
I just, been busy. It goes with I should really just plan some time on a Sunday and work on stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you there.
Today's a talk episode where Shaun and I hang out.
Sweet. Job.
Yeah, thank you. I tried.
It's fucking currently balls hot right now. 90 degrees up here.
I go with 85.
We haven't had the willpower to turn on the AC yet, because,
I think tomorrow's the last hot day, and then it goes back into, the 40s and 50s again.
In my brain, I feel like I can't put the AC on in April.
Yeah, no.
It's just not, it shouldn't be allowed. And so I hear, when we were out on our walk. Okay, when we were out on our walk today, there was, a lot of ACs ripping.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dude, it's too early for that. You just got to struggle through these couple hot days.
Yeah, I really like airflow in our house, too. It's really good for, the mind and body to have airflow in your... you're not circulating the same stale, gross air.
Right.
So I resist for as long as I can to not turn it on. And then at some point, Shaun overthrows me.
Well, it gets to a point when I can't fucking sleep anymore.
Yeah.
And when I can't sleep anymore, we got a problem.
We did notice, though, 80 degrees in this house is way different than 80 degrees in the other house. Way different.
It is different. I don't know why.
I don't either. It might be because of, the shade of the trees.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's still 80 degrees, though, so I guess that doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
Humidity, maybe? Because right now it's not as humid in here.
That's true. Wait till it's summer and 80.
Yeah.
We'll be fucked.
Yeah.
We'll live in the basement, dude. Honestly, we're going to end up... No, we'll just turn on the AC.
Yeah.
Fuck. Because I always thought about that. I'm like, how did people survive before air conditioning? Sleeping low level.
Mm-hmm.
That simple.
Yeah, and we still have our fleece sheets on, too. Flannel sheets.
It ain't going to be on after this.
Yeah. Which is going to suck when it's 40 and 50 again.
For you.
For me, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I like... you think about that, the old school houses, the old Victorian houses, 3 stories. People would sleep in that shit in the fucking summer.
Dude, think
crazy?
About in Downton.
That's what I was thinking about, too. 4 stories high.
Yeah, and they're all, sitting there fanning themselves.
Yeah, sitting on the 3rd story fanning themselves. Yeah, check it out, dude. Get down to the basement. Hang out with the cooks.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, seriously.
It's your house, dude. I'd be like, hey, guys, let's fucking sleep downstairs.
Mm-hmm. If you guys are watching the YouTube video, we're going to play a fun game. If you see a drink, take a drink.
Fun.
Hmm? It's from Rasta.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
He always did that shit.
Mm-hmm. Now we got to do it, so.
Plus, I wanted a drink. Let's see. What else you got cooking, babe?
What else do I have cooking? We should do a talk episode on the 4 agreements at some point, or a tutor episode.
Okay.
I think you're planning on reading it next anyways.
Yes, I am.
So we can do it after that. I'm currently reading the 5th agreement, which kind of ties them all. It ties them all together, and it also revisits them in a new way.
Cool.
Yeah, so that one's really cool too. I don't know. I've been pumping through books this month. Pumping.
Me too.
So that's been making me really happy.
Me too.
Shaun's currently reading the 75 Hard book from Andy Frisella.
Mm-hmm.
From our wonderful aunt Michelle.
Yeah, thank you for buying it for us.
Mm-hmm. I get sloppy thirds.
After Kyle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I should be through that book in 2 days.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm 3/4 way through with it.
Nice. I really do want to finish the 5th agreement probably by Sunday.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish 75 Hard book by the end of the weekend for sure, so I can start 4 agreements, and then we could do that weekend.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
Yeah, reading's fun. Reading's really fun. it like makes you think, which is good.
Yeah. And I have lots of I have like a business journal that every time I go to an event, I write all my notes in, and then any of like my books, I write notes in them, or when I'm reading books, I write notes in that journal as well. And there's a lot of stuff from like some podcasts I've listened to, and some like I've been getting like entrepreneur emails from like George Bryant that I want to go through and like write notes on.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of fun things I want to do with all that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I like that shit.
Me too.
Kyle and I were roofers this week.
Yeah, it looks good.
With Rico, our boy Rico. We're just roofers up there, getting after it.
That's awesome.
It was like not bad.
It was terrifying for me, knowing that at any point in time I could get a phone call that Shaun fell 2 stories off a roof.
I was wearing a harness
Thankfully.
for most of the time. There was some of the time I definitely was not. That's fucking, dude, when you got like 3 ropes up there, so when we were on the side, that was the 2-story fall, then like I had it on.
Yeah.
But then when I was on the side where like if I fell, I'd fall onto the other roof.
Okay, that's a little better.
I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Because at that point, the harness is just in the way. And like, it's not going to do anything because there's a 6-foot bun. Like, so when it has that impact, or like, yeah, when it has that tension impact, it lets out a 6-foot like bungee to like release your fall.
Yeah.
So like, dude, when you're talking about a roof being right under you, you're gonna have smoked that fucker before that 6 foot's even out anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
So we just took it off. But yeah, when it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna fall 25 feet and break our lives. Yeah, we wore one, and it was also it was like an 8/12 pitch, so we couldn't even hardly do nothing on it.
Yeah. As soon as the thought in your mind like came across of like, oh man, that would really suck if I fell off this roof. As soon as like that thought, if it ever crossed your mind, I would immediately make sure my harness is on.
I think about that shit all the time.
I know you do, but that's when things happen. Like
right.
When you were working with Nate and you're just like, don't cut my hand.
Kind of like the next cut. I'm like, you're shitting me, dude. Yeah, it is true. Yeah.
The mind's a powerful thing.
There's not a lot of I don't really ever think about I'm going to fall. I'm like, fuck, dude, I could fall.
That's true, but as soon as like that thought crosses your mind,
right,
it'll happen. So like on our walk the other day when we were like on the ice and shit, or in the mud, like I just kept thinking like, instead of saying like don't fall, I was just like, what did I just keep walking or something? Or like, I don't know, just like the reverse. Keep standing.
Right. Yeah.
Keep standing.
Makes sense. That's fun. So yeah, roofing wasn't that bad. It like just wasn't bad. We got another one almost done we gotta do, which is fun.
Another roof?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work's been fun.
That's good.
Working's fun.
It's very good.
Yeah. We've actually been like doing shit, which is good. Things are progressing really well. Cameron Street is getting cleaned Saturday, staged Sunday, listed next week. Wow,
that was fast. That was really fast.
Yeah, Conley got a lot of cleaning.
Yeah.
To do a lot of cleaning.
Are you doing an open house for Wisco Rio people?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep, going to do an open house so everyone can come check it out, see what we've done to it. There has been some changes.
Yeah. I have not seen it at all. Like, not once have I gone in there.
Really?
Yeah.
It's done.
That's awesome. So Cameron Street is this probably the biggest project you've had?
No.
No?
One of the ones, probably top 3.
Yeah. And our real estate investment group toured it a year ago, almost exactly a year ago. Maybe just under a year. And we kind of did like a practice rehab budget with everyone. And it was a lot of fun. And so I think a lot of those people are very interested to go back and see it and see what you have done. And
yeah, I think so.
what the numbers ended up being compared to like some of the guesses or the options we had. Mm-hmm. Which I think most of them are actually pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be really good. I'm excited for it. Mm-hmm. So, so that was that. So Whiskeria was this week.
Yes.
We had Edwin Kelly come speak.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. How did you find him? Or did Whiskeria find him?
Whiskeria found him. So they had someone else come talk last year. Mm-hmm. But for some reason they didn't want to come speak this year. And so one of the owners had been using Edwin.
Interesting.
So they interviewed him, and they were all like, what the fuck, this dude's awesome. So, yeah, talked about self-directed IRAs, 401ks. Mm-hmm. So pretty much you direct where that money goes. So you're not just putting it in a 401k and it just goes in some mutual funds and some stocks and like whatever, the index funds and shit like that. Mm-hmm. It like you say where it goes. So I'm going to invest in this piece of real estate. I'm going to invest in this type of person who's going to invest in real estate or invest in whatever the fuck it may be. Mm-hmm. You can kind of invest it in anything. Classic cars.
Yeah, probably good. Probably good.
You probably can.
Oh, sorry for the plane noises in the back. We live by the airport and our windows are open to help cool it off up here.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll actually be too loud in the podcast from what I can see.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, he was really cool.
His talk on using your IRA or 401k to help with tax deductions to bring your tax bill to like nothing. Mm-hmm. And then also how you can grow that good, right? Because you can grow it compounding, mm-hmm. And to just self-direct it and do all sorts of deals. But one thing we were talking about on our walk yesterday was like, think if you had $400,000 mm-hmm. in your IRA.
Yeah.
Okay. And you buy the fourplex condo I bought mm-hmm. for, say you bought it for $400.
Yeah.
So you have all your money into that 4-unit. You get in return $4,000 a month in income, and then so that's 48. There's a 4,000 times, so it's $48,000 a year in income mm-hmm. from that 4-unit. But I would say probably $18,000 for like taxes, insurance, maintenance, upkeep, management, right?
Right.
So you're talking about $30,000 on a $400,000 investment.
Mm-hmm. Can you see how long that takes to make it back?
Yep. So that's a 7.5% return.
Okay.
Okay, so like your goal for the stock market's an 8% return. Mm-hmm. So you're getting a 7.5% return in cash flow, right? Mm-hmm. What's going to happen to that property in 20 years?
The value will go up.
Yeah, so not only are you getting 7.5%, not to mention as you increase rents, that's just more you're going to get. So you're starting at 7.5%, but really that thing could just keep going up to 8.5%, 10% return. Mm-hmm. And then not only are you getting a 10% return, in 20 years, your property just doubled. So now you've been getting a 10% return and then 100% return added on.
Right. That's insane.
To the 7.5% to 10% you've been getting the last 20 years. Mm-hmm. And so when you think about the power of that, it really got me thinking about how, because what scared me a lot with IRAs and 401ks was it being in mutual funds and index funds and me not trusting the government enough to keep those things going, right?
Right.
So had I known about these tools before, I would have been funding my shit to the maximum, my IRAs and all that shit. I'd have been funding that shit for the last 5 years to the maximum because I would use it self-directed in real estate that I'm comfortable with so that I'm, like, granted I can't pull it until I'm 60 anyways, but that would be the whole retirement play. You follow what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, that's the whole retirement play. I think it's sweet, but then you got to get a lot of money in there first. I don't know. I think it's a neat way to, like, get a good tax benefit, save for retirement, and let that money just compound.
Oh yeah, 100%. It is a good, like, option of, like, using money that you just have sitting.
Right. And, like, in a lot safer manner than, like, dude, say 2020 happens, okay? Mm-hmm. 2020 happens and all the stocks and indexes and everything plummet. You take your money that you had mm-hmm. and you put it in all that shit. Or, like, so if you're in real estate, you sell some of your real estate or whatever.
Yeah.
And pump it all into that. Or, better yet, you get people who are freaking out about the stock market crashing. You get them to buy your real estate from you through theirs, right? Then you take that money and you drop it into the low indexes and low stocks. Let that shit boost up until 2022 when it hits its peak or close to it. Pull it out and buy some more fucking real estate with it as shit goes down.
Yeah.
Like, you could definitely play with it a lot in that realm.
Yeah. It was, like, there's just so many better options you can do than to do what they tell you to. Because, like, Shaun has a Roth. And we were, like, looking at it, and we're just like, what are they even, like, investing his money in? And it was, like, shitty-ass mutual funds and stocks and shit. So Shaun was able to change and pick which ones his money went to. And it, like, shot up almost immediately.
Yeah, so I took it from what it was in, because I wasn't getting a return. Mm-hmm. With, like, because it was, like, with the ones they recommended when I first set up the account. I wasn't seeing good growth, so then I researched a few things and, like, what it was, like, what the stocks were. So I stuck it in those things, and then, yeah, it went up, like, 30%.
Yeah.
Last year. Oh, yeah. I
looked at mine, because they, like, finally got, like, an online portal for mine or whatever. It's gone up $300. From my initial investment, or from all the money I put in, it's only $300 up.
Holy shit, dude. Mm.
Luckily, like, mine, I like my company matches. So, I mean, not quite half. Because I was putting in a couple percents higher than what they matched. But still, most of it was pretty much free money for my employer. Mm-hmm. So that's one plus side to it, but...
Yeah, I just think about it now, like, if we'd save for retirement anyhow, mm-hmm. or we'd get properties for retirement anyhow, why not take the tax benefit
and do it
build that real estate that way so you're safe?
Mm-hmm.
And then...
And I do like the fact of... He was talking about how if you buy real estate using that, they like to pay off the loan faster.
No, you don't have a loan. You can't have a loan. Or if you have a loan, it's a non-recourse. Or so it's a
What was he saying?
It's not a secured loan.
Because he was saying, like, they make it, like, done faster, so then you get that cash flow faster. Like, all the cash flow faster.
That's if they're doing, like, rehab deals. Like, if they're doing BRRRRs. BRRRR type of shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, so, like, one...
It was a lot of information, so it is very confusing how much stuff was spewed at us.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of information. But one of the things he was talking about was, like, it's just like a syndication. So if, like, I bring the deal... Mm-hmm. If I bring the deal to 5 people with IRAs that have money, I just go, hey, I want 20% of this bitch to operate it. You guys are going to pay all the money for it. And then we're going to stabilize this joint. And then we're going to run through everyone's funds to stabilize it. So then that way we get the cash flow.
Okay.
Then everyone would stay in. Then at that point, you can sell it out and pay people out if they wanted to, like, because you can flip within it.
Right.
Or keep it and hold it. But if you're thinking about that, right? So if you're flipping inside that thing, you're not getting hit with taxes. So like Kyle and I are getting hit with taxes in our flips.
Yeah. Like in multiple ways too.
Right. And so like if we could do flips with inside of that, and it compounds, and you just sell it and roll into the next one. And so you're just like compounding your tax-free money in there.
Yeah. It's neat. It's all very neat. So yeah, I highly suggest like looking into him and what he does and what his company does.
Yeah, I thought it was super cool.
Yeah, I loved it.
Close.
Shaun almost pulled out the cord of my microphone, and that would have been very bad. So yeah, that was fun. I did enjoy Whiskeria a lot this week. This month, I should say. You golfing this weekend or no?
If it's not raining, I will.
Nice. Because I think Courtney said Hallie's opening up the upper part this week.
They definitely can't open the lower.
No. Oh, so people that don't live in Wisconsin,
That don't live in Eau Claire or Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Both.
There's this thing that happens, when it gets warm out. All the snow melts. And so that has to go somewhere, which is rivers and lakes. So there's a lot of parts of, like, Eau Claire's not, I don't think, nearly as bad as, like, how Ashland gets. Because the rivers get really, really high, but it doesn't, like, wash anything out or flood anything out completely, for the most part. But where Shaun's from, in Ashland, there's the road that goes to that used to be where your parents live, now all your aunts and uncles. That road gets washed out, like, every year.
It's all the time, dude. All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty real. Dude, this dog is, like, dead.
It's good. Good for her.
So, yeah, the freaking river is high right now.
It's really high.
It's, like, close to probably the highest I've seen it.
It's not the highest I've seen it.
You've been here forever, though.
I have been here forever.
Yeah.
I think if we moved, we might not have to deal with that.
It's true.
But it is a neat thing to see, like, just how high the rivers can go and, like, the city still function.
Yeah.
Oh, so the golf course, one of the holes is just pretty much gone right now. It's just all underwater.
Yeah.
And I've never gone down there when the river and the lakes get high.
Me neither.
So it was really cool to see.
Yeah, it's super high. That's crazy. Yeah. What else we got?
What else do we have? So we're kind of still doing I shouldn't say kind of, we are still doing our sustainability thing. Discovered the best creamer ever.
It's really good.
So good. I mean, it does have quite a bit of sugar in it, but so does regular creamer, but it doesn't.
Brown sugar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have any of the seed oils and stuff in it.
Right.
Oh, it is so, so yummy.
No high fructose corn syrup.
Nope.
Yeah.
So that's been fun. I've been actually really enjoying doing all that fun stuff. And there was something else I really did want to talk about on this podcast, and I don't remember what it was at all. What else have we done this week, Shaunzi?
Work.
Me, honestly, I've been working quite a bit. Not on podcasts or Tutors of Life stuff. We've been, like, actually just physically working quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, so the last thing we need to do with this house is outside stuff now. We still have to, like, paint the end of, like, some trim and stack the washer and dryer, but nothing big inside anymore. So now we just have the outside. And if you don't know me, I like flower beds. I think they're pretty, and it's a fun thing I get to do with my mom and my sister's wife. And I was excited because this one had like flower bed shaped out, and I just knew they needed a lot of cleaning. It was more cleaning than I was hoping for.
It's really nasty.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to talk about?
Yeah. Is it okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
So these flower beds used to be rock beds, but they didn't take care of them. And then daylilies got planted in them. And daylilies are the worst plant you could ever plant. If you're a homeowner or a renter and you're like, what flower should I get? Do not get daylilies. There are regular lilies, and those don't spread nearly as bad. And those are very easy to, like, you can just dig out, like, one of the bulbs every spring, and it's fine. It doesn't, like, expand. Daylilies are the fucking worst. The worst thing on the planet Earth. And so these flower beds are covered in rocks and daylilies. And so I've been, like, digging up section by section, taking out all of the daylily bulbs, taking out all the rock. And then Shaun finally helped me today, and he said, yeah, we're not going to do this. We're just going to dig up all this dirt, bring it to wherever, and just get a truckload of new dirt and put it in.
Yeah, I'm just rent a fucking backhoe, like I'm like a little mini hoe. I'm done. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's honestly like where we were digging today, it's rotting out the front porch.
The time we will save by getting a little mini hoe, not even comparable to the amount of hours that will go into doing that shit. So, dig up the rock. I don't know how the fuck to do it. We'd have to talk to a landscaper. I know Jason. I could talk to him and see, like, what. There's certain layers you're supposed to do. Like, certain membranes and shit you're supposed to do. I don't know. But,
like weed membranes?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only issue with those is a lot of them are only good for 3 to 5 years. So what are you supposed to do when that 3 to 5 years is up?
Sell the house.
Thank you. But so yeah, I'm very thankful. See, this is why, like, today I was like, oh, Shaun, just come help me for 15 minutes. And then as soon as he started helping, he's like, this is a waste of time. We're not doing this. And I love that.
And fuck that, dude. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
People do not think about the value of time. The amount of fucking time we'd sit out there shoveling and picking through weeds, we would save money by renting power equipment and just getting it done. Well, we would not save money by hiring it out, though.
Yeah, no, that would cost a lot of money. Most likely. I suppose we could ask our landscaping friends.
Yeah, we could.
Then the other issue is in the backyard. It was, they just raked all the leaves into one spot. And thankfully, our friend Steve Bernie dug out most of that. All the leaves and stuff. Thank God, because we started raking it, but there was so many spiders in that shit. It was bad. But because that got all dug out and, like, now have just dirt, it's like a solid 6 inches lower than the patio.
Right.
It's just a huge drop off, and then, like, throughout the yard there's just, like, these massive divots everywhere. Ugh.
Yeah, we'll fill all that in.
Yeah, so we're gonna fill a lot of it in and then plant new grass seed on top of it. Luckily, like, this yard isn't a whole lot of weeds like the other yard.
Right. Yeah.
Because all of Scott's yard was, like, crabgrass, not actual grass. So then his crabgrass, like, slowly kept coming over to ours. So thankfully, this grass is just grass.
Yeah, real grass is really nice.
We definitely need to plant seed throughout the yard, though, because it is pretty thin and bare, but...
Yeah.
So take care of your flower beds, and if you don't want a flower bed, then just take it out and plant grass.
Yeah.
It is so much easier to dig up a flower bed if it's just grass than to deal with this shit.
Absolutely.
And if you have daylilies, if you planted daylilies, fucking dig them up now before it's a menace.
Fun.
That's my rant on plants.
Great. Love it.
Mm.
Fun.
Yeah. I'm excited.
For someone.
Yeah. And then we're going to redo, we'll probably have to repaint the porch and maybe we'll probably have to replace some of those steps.
Chill out. Chill.
Well, you don't want to repaint it?
Sound like a lot of work, babe.
Okay, looks like I'm repainting it.
All right. Sounds good to me. Yeah. That's kind of what I got. We got recon coming up next Saturday.
If you're listening and you want to go, register tomorrow. Do it.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. That's right.
I'm going to send angry messages to people tomorrow.
We got to have a food count in by tomorrow.
Yeah. That's why I wanted the list.
Damn. All right. Yeah.
That's
register
what we got.
for recon.
I'm getting hangry.
Yeah, I got to go eat some dinner. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. Check us out on the YouTubes. Check us out on the socials. And we'll catch you Monday.
See ya.
Peace.